And welcome. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Greg. He's filling in for Odie, who is still on a beach somewhere.
Yep. He's knee deep in the sand somewhere.
We wish him luck, and he'll be back at some point. Boy, what a active weekend we have had. Greg, we got a lot to talk about this morning that has gone on.
It's been raining here too, hasn't it?
Ooh, that caused I don't know how many accidents that went on over the weekend. That rain is serious, y'all. Keep that in mind when you're out and about. We got a 40% chance this afternoon also.
Yeah, that's 60 that it ain't though. We got to look at it like that.
Look at him trying to be the optimist.
Always the glass half full.
Yeah, you need to join. What is it, the Downtown Optimist Club?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think you need to be.
I do like pancakes.
Richard Nelson, good morning. So many of you up at Adam today. As we talked about the forecast, Greg, we got to remind everybody how hot. And if you're not used to working outside, don't do it today.
Man, it's sticky, steamy, just stick to you hot. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
And it seems like there's no breeze blowing.
10 a.m. to 7 p.m. is the worst of it. And we could see anywhere from 107 to 110 on the heat index, and we're looking at 95, 96 on the temperature side.
Oh, yeah. Hey, my heart goes out. These guys is nailing on shingles, or I noticed they were doing some construction, doing some blacktopping, asphalt work.
Absolutely.
I mean, hydrate. And these kids doing their summer practices for football and softball and all that. You can't drink today for today. You need to drink today for tomorrow. Drink your sports drinks or whatever. You got to hydrate and be prepared.
Speaking of it being hot, and it's known in the South of, well, tube tops. The hotter it gets, the less
clothes people wear.
And just because it fits, what'd you tell me a minute ago?
Just because it fits don't mean you need to wear it.
Have you noticed, and I had a Coke in my hand the other day, and I promise you I almost dropped it. I saw it's what infants used to wear, and I guess that's starting to become the onesie.
Oh,
have
onesie?
You seen it?
Yeah, I have. Unfortunately,
I literally think they take a paintbrush and they go up and they go, whoo, here it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're getting mad in Alabama is why I bring all this up. Daily Mail has got a list. Bessemer, Alabama, which is on the outskirts of Birmingham. Me and you would be millionaires had we come up with, I don't know what you call them, those black breeches that every woman this side of the state, everywhere I've been, they're wearing them now.
What do they call those? Spandex.
It's some form of a tight, stretchy black breeches, whatever you call those. Yeah. Well, they're not going to let you wear those to school in Birmingham, Alabama. They're at the Bessemer side. That's been... So if you're buying your school clothes, don't buy that because you can't bring it to school. And we look at
leggings. That's the word I was trying to think of.
Yeah, that's a tough. But everybody's got them.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty doggone sure that's one item I don't have.
But females, I mean, it's just a yoga pants. They've been called that also. I forgot about that. But people, I guess they're comfortable and easy to wear, and there you go. But can't do it at school. And I'm not sure, you probably can't do that here either, locally. I don't think so.
I don't know. I was before the school uniform generation.
But here's a look at Bessemer, and this comes from Daily Mail. Look at this, Greg, of what we got here. Can't be wearing your sunglasses up in school. They don't allow that. The tights, pajama breeches. Can't wear those to Bessemer to the school.
You can go to the Dollar General and Walmart, but don't go to school with them on. You got to change.
You know, you say that, and folks, that has become a thing of not dressing up to go to town. You've seen it, hadn't you?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What did Ashley said? Some folks don't know how to size those. We have seen some that fit more comfortable than others.
Oh, there was a woman in a pair of yellow jammers the other day at the Dollar General. She made the corner and 3 people got in and thought it was a taxi cab.
So before you buy your kids school clothes, be aware of what you could wear. There's county schools, I think, here has the school uniform.
No hats and and I see that to an extent.
Yeah.
But, kids argue over them. One, that's my hat, that's my hat. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but there comes a time when people need to, kind of be responsible and act like adults.
Donnie says, let's just break it down. Too much junk in the trunk is what it all amounts to.
Yeah. Some of them got a rumble seat back there.
Just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts, the way it is. But you see all types of outfits as you're out and about. And again, the hotter it gets, the cooler people try to dress. And I'm sure over the weekend you were at the beach for what, a week?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's some lasting marks in my mind I can't get out of my mind.
Just can't shake it, huh?
It didn't have nothing to do with Odie in a Speedo or nothing. I mean, it just,
I got a text about that. And there's something about Odie delivering pizza. Man.
He calls and gets a pizza delivered to the swimming pool. Matter of fact, I've got a picture I will show you in a little while of Odie having his food delivered poolside.
Oh, he's living it up, isn't he?
Yeah. And it really surprised me. He must have had Amy's credit card because I figured he'd have been eating an MRE or something if he was paying for it.
Because he's cheap.
No, he's not cheap. He's just really, really tight.
He's tight, not cheap. Okay.
Yeah,
we got it there. Well, good morning. I'm Scotty Ray, and along this is Greg. He's filling in for Odie this morning as we get things going. We're coming back. We're going to tell you, Greg, it's so much to talk about that has happened. We're getting into all that local next here at the Scotty Ray Report.
Working on a big project? Need reliable equipment? Paris Tractor has you covered. From skid steers to excavators, tractors to trenchers, we have top quality equipment for rent on a project-to-project basis. All our equipment is expertly maintained for peak performance, ensuring you get the job done right. Our team is here to help you choose the perfect machinery for your needs with flexible rental terms to fit any project. .com to rent your equipment today. Come see us at Paris Tractor, where we're more than a tractor store.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Looking for a great place to eat? Well, come explore the great flavors of the French Quarter in downtown Enterprise. Whether you're in the mood for a romantic night out, a family dinner, or a cozy atmosphere with great service that make dining with the French Quarter an unforgettable experience. Drop by today and taste our delicious dishes. Come explore the flavors of the French Quarter. 120 West Bridge Street, downtown Enterprise. Call 601-659-0500, the French Quarter.
Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Greg this morning as we begin Monday. Let's just go ahead and jump into this. Let's go to North Hill Street.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, that's the word for it, as Roscoe would say. I saw Jay down there, of course, one of our Lauderdale County deputies. As we get into why was he there? Well, he's a DUI agent. He was on scene. Let's pull this up. This was right in front of the Jehovah's Witness Church, the 6300 block of North Hill Street. It's closer to the Bounds Road area if you're coming from Walmart, that end of that, before you get to the Dixie gas station.
In the wooded area.
Yes, it is. You know what that is, Greg?
That would be a Honda motor.
Sitting right out there in the open all by itself.
Yeah.
Now, you tell me, how big of a lick does it have to be to take an engine out and set it on the ground?
A pretty good lick.
Yes, sir. Now, what is interesting about all this, here's the car.
Good grief.
Let's get a closer look at the front. And we got the live video of this also, if you want to look just a clean clip of the front.
Ooh, I'm not an insurance adjuster, but I think we can total that one, big guy.
I think I'm with you there. A closer zoomed in look at that. Now, if you'll notice back here, right to the right of that driver's door, behind it, it left the roadway and would strike a tree is what it did. Now, again, if you want to go into to look at this a little bit closer, we've got the video up. Let me see if I can pull this.
Oh, it skinned them trees good too, didn't it?
Yeah, and this is, it's dark, but you can watch this video. It goes through the whole thing. It struck these two trees,
Grief.
and then it would come to rest the car 50 feet away from that. Now, again, the guy walked out of the wreck, standing around talking when deputies arrived. Ooh. A miracle itself that he made it.
Absolutely.
No.
I mean, that's quite a lick. But hey, thank God that there's trees right there, and that's not somebody's front porch that had some kids sitting on it.
Yep.
You know, because I mean, it'd be same deal. I mean, that could have been right there in front of the nursing home or whatever. Could have ended up in somebody's living room.
And
it's bad that it happened, but thank goodness it happened where it did.
Now, the car was traveling westbound, and you can only imagine how this would have turned out had he been meeting someone of how bad that would be.
Exactly.
Now, at the time that I left the scene, charges had not been done with. Someone was being detained, and when I say detained, they're placed in the back of a patrol car. They're headed downtown. Charges will probably be announced this morning from the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department as they work that. It was and again, let me word it this way, the charges have not been written when I left, but it was the DUI unit on scene, the DUI arresting officer.
It's under investigation.
Yes, sir.
Is that the way you put that?
We'll do that there. Yeah. But someone could have really lost their life over that, and here's another scene of that last night.
And it still ended up back in the road.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going down through there minding your own business, and then to get another bite of your chili dog or whatever, and look up and there's a car in the road with no motor in it.
Yep.
I mean, that's bad.
It was real bad, Greg. Now, immediately after that, and I haven't posted this because I don't know all the details yet. I'll get them later today, but I left there, and the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department was also in pursuit of a car that wouldn't stop on Highway 39. The car would take a right and go toward Briarwood. The car came to stop, say 50, 60 yards to the right there on Briarwood Drive off of Highway 39. I don't know why they ran from the law. We got a little video from that, but we'll find out more about that today.
Did they take off running, or did they?
I'd see, that's where I don't know. They ran from the police in a car chase of some sort, but I don't know why yet.
Well, it's too hot to be running on foot.
It is. Yeah. Now, I'm going to show a picture, and we're only going to show the picture here. Tragedy struck the Neshoba County Fair yesterday afternoon, and we send out prayers to this family. We don't know everything of the condition this morning. Stable, we can say that, as we go here to the fairgrounds, where there was a horse incident, to where a horse hit the fence. The horse was okay, as he was life-flighted to Jackson. We don't know the extent of the injuries. I just know that he's in the hospital and seems to be okay is all I can tell you at this point. I'm sure a lot of you know a lot more than I do about it, that know the friends and family of him. We send out prayers to this whole situation and hope for a speedy recovery for the jockey. The best way I know to do that. Scooba, Mississippi.
Downtown?
Well, right to the east of there. If you
suburbs.
Yes, sir, out in the suburbs. When you pull up to the four-way stop, if you were to take a right and go past East Kemper High, you would end up at what used to, and I think it was called as a kid Three Corners, where Mr. Ellis Vaughn had a store when I was a kid, and they bulldozed it down and they put a gravel pile there. Right there is about where the shooting happened yesterday in Kemper County. As we look at this, that's what happened there. What we did find out, one person was taken into custody, Greg, and we have someone that was shot. They were life-flighted. A helicopter met at the hospital in DeKalb, and they were transported to Jackson by helicopter. I don't know the condition of the person at this point, but pretty serious to be life-flighted just as well.
Absolutely.
I don't know what it is lately. It's been a lot of gunplay in all these small towns.
Can't y'all just go back to beating each other up like we did 100 years ago instead of shooting at each other?
It would make things a little bit more simpler, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I was seeing if we got an update on this one. Let me see here. We were talking with the sheriff, and I have not gotten an answer on that.
Well, then we have a shooting in
We
Clarke
did.
County too, didn't we?
We had a murder in Clarke County as we go here to pull this up. This would be in the big city of Shubuta. Now, this is barely into Clarke County, Greg.
That's on the southern fringe.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know everything that I need to know, but
Right.
apparently there was a Shubuta day. Could have been some drinking going on. We had first someone who was stabbed and taken by private car to a hospital. As deputies were responding to that, they would find out that someone had been shot. And I just got message of where the shooting happened on that. Let me back up here so I can tell you
And
exactly.
this was Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday night into Sunday morning.
Into Sunday morning.
The murder happened in the parking lot on Highway 45 near the intersection of James Street.
Yeah.
And that's exactly where the murder actually happened. Police are investigating this. We hope to find out more about that before long. But Clarke County Sheriff's Department's all over it, and they're there to solve what went on. The gentleman who passed away, 17 years old.
That's so sad. Had a whole life in front of him.
All we know of name-wise at this point was from Wayne County. That's all that's been released. As we find out more about that, we will pass that on. That probably will come out sometime today. As we talk about that also, we share this from our friends at Clarke County Hot Topics. Hey, if y'all happen to notice a guy running past you in Stonewall today with handcuffs on,
They'd like their cuffs back.
he was arrested or in the process of being arrested and was set in the patrol car, and he jumped out, and he's a pretty good sprinter.
He took off.
He took off. He's still a running.
And that can happen.
It can.
I see how that can happen.
So they're looking for him, and to my knowledge, at this moment, he has not been captured.
And if you took part in helping him take those bracelets off, that makes you an accessory.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
It does.
So if somebody knocks on your door and looking to borrow a chisel and a hammer, or a cup of sugar or something, I mean,
And they got their hands behind their back.
you might want to think twice about that.
Clarke County Sheriff's Department, contact them, or the Stonewall Police Department if you got any information on any of that went on.
Harold is on the case.
He is. All you got to do is give him a piece of bread, and he's on it.
That's right.
We'll be right back. More information. There's so much more. We're going to Neshoba County next of an issue that happened there also. We'll be right back, Greg.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install, or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
There we go.
We got a comment in the comments there that said they were looking at the young man's mother's Facebook page that got hurt in the horse race. Says that he's got serious injuries but will recover. That is good news.
Amen. Amen.
It's always an outcome like that. It's always scary.
It is. But I mean, you got to factor that in. You take a chance when you participate in sports and I'm not downplaying it because it's sad.
It is.
Kind of accident. Like we've seen people paralyzed playing football. We've seen things go wrong in all kind of different sports. But
blessed that it is minute as it is.
Exactly
if that's the
right.
right way to word
and
that.
you got to look at how many people ride horses every day, incident free. But it can happen, and it can happen to the most experienced, best riders.
Greg, don't you remember? Didn't we have something a couple of years ago that happened at the Neshoba County Fair also with a race? If I remember right,
Yes,
something went wrong with another race.
A young man lost his life up there.
Oh,
And I mean, my heart goes out to people, but again, I mean, it's sad, but every day of our life, Scotty Ray, we take a chance. Every day is a gift from God.
it is.
And every day people say, well, I just wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. Everybody takes a chance at something. You know what I'm saying? You can go fishing and fall out of a boat. I mean,
Look at Mr. Doodah.
anything can
Guess
happen.
who drowned in the lake today? Doodah.
That's right.
Doodah.
Every day's a gift from God.
Jerry Clower could just really make something. I love that story. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. We got birthdays coming up in a little while. As we go now back to Union, Mississippi in Neshoba County, as we found out that a shooting happened there. Now, I want to be very clear about this. The nightclub had already shut down. It was a group gathered in the parking lot, and a lady was inside leaving the restroom when shots rang out. It would go through the building and strike her. She's going to be okay, but she was hit by gunfire.
Innocent bystander. And that's what I don't know. I don't know how to even word this, but I wish some, especially these younger ones, and I know they're not all young. I'm not saying we don't have idiots that's 50, 60, and 70, but I'm just saying if they could go to some kind of gun training where they could see that a bullet does not stop where you want it to stop.
That's right.
I mean, you can shoot all the way through 6 walls in a house and be a sleeping baby in a crib that ain't got nothing to do with who you mad at.
That's correct.
I mean, a bullet does not.
It's
you know
like
what I'm saying? I mean, a bullet.
The old days, you'd see in the westerns where everybody shoot up in the air.
Oh yeah,
it's coming down.
Yeah, it's gonna fall somewhere,
and it will hurt you.
And out of all the shootings that you report on, I wonder, so and so struck by gunfire, how many of them is that the actual person that they were shooting at?
That's correct.
Or was it just somebody that happened along?
You know, last week in Meridian, we had 2 people that were shot, and both of those were innocent people. We had a guy working on his car.
That's right.
His car was hit 3 times. He was hit in the ankle.
Minding his own business.
Then the next guy was driving down the road, and 2 people shoot at one another and shot him in the neck.
That's right. So, I mean, people need to go to some.
Now that you bring that up, it brings us to our next story in good old Meridian, Mississippi, as gunfire rang out.
And busted a gas line.
It shot, and can you believe it didn't cause a huge explosion, Greg? This is what it hit
was. 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Something like that. My phone went off and said there was gas spewing.
It was. It was the meter of the natural gas into the home, right there beside it. It struck that. Gas starts coming out, and I think that'd be very flammable.
Absolutely would be flammable.
Atmos Energy jumped out of bed, grabbed their britches, and come running. The fire department got the gas turned off, so it wasn't a threat to the neighborhood.
But now you think about this. Now these people out here at 2, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning shooting at each other. Mm-hmm. Now you just took those men and women with the fire department, and you put them in that neighborhood where people obviously could care less about each other. They're out there shooting at each other at 2 o'clock. Then you wake the poor guy up at Atmos Gas, and he's got to go out there. If you don't care about yourself, care about the other people.
I'm with you on that.
I mean, how many lives? Obviously, there was Meridian Police Department.
Yep.
They're out there. Meridian Fire Department. And Atmos, and they're all out there where these idiots are running up and down the street just shooting.
Yeah, randomly. And think about the homeowner who's in bed trying to get up to go to work.
Yeah, minding their own business. Now they ain't gonna have no hot water.
Oh. We let's see what this next thing. We'll come back to that right there. We want to say that we did get a name of the person who passed away at the prison.
Lost Scout.
That name, as we pull this up, is going to be Clarence Gilly. He was found deceased in his cell. He was sentenced to 40 years in jail. Condolences to his family there of this mishap. The body has been sent, Greg, for an autopsy. Yesterday morning I got up, and what's going on? I hear the Meridian police is following someone. And let me be square about this of what went on. We had somebody coming into Meridian from Newton. Every turn, every exit they made, and they made multiple turns, this car stayed behind them.
They did the right thing, didn't they?
Yeah, they called the police.
Was textbook.
And they said, come on to the police station. So they come to the police station, and the police throw the blue lights on. He stops in front of Weidman's. Police officer opens his door, gets about 2 feet toward the car, and off he goes. Woof. It would come to an end after he reached 14th Street, went up 22nd Avenue, took a left onto 14th Street. And here's what we got, Greg. This is in front of the hospital. Let's blow this up. Here's the car. And that's what was following the people there. And as we turn this on, as you look around, plenty of police officers responded to this. Now, the guy was going, well, I was trying to be evaluated somewhere, I think is the excuse. But it was, he fled police. He was taken downtown and checked out by Metro. I'm sure that there'll be other charges with this. I don't even know what to say about it. But that was an early morning thing. If you heard light sirens in downtown Meridian.
I'm sorry. He ain't followed the right feller's wife, girlfriend, or daughter. He'd get an evaluation, all right.
Hey, Mo.
Exactly.
And that's you're exactly right. People don't like you following their daughters and stuff like that.
He needed evaluation. He would have needed an evaluation, probably an estimate.
If we saw that last week. Where was that? I think it was in Texas. This road rage thing that's gone on across America, where people jump out their cars and they try to whoop people for no reason. Well, this old boy jumped out with a handgun and walked up and I'm just going to word it, to the wrong redneck's window and pulled a gun. He will never, ever do that again because he's deceased now.
Left him flopping, didn't he?
He did. And it is going to be ruled that was a threat upon his life, self-defense.
They're going to justifiable
homicide, as Bubba shot the jukebox.
There somewhere, yeah.
Justifiable homicide.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that happened, but it's going to take some more of that before people learn. And
you can't do it.
Come on, man. Everybody drives like idiots. They usually on the cell phone. I mean, don't let that get under your skin. Don't let somebody steal your joy. And I'm sorry, if they make you 2 minutes late, you should have left 4 minutes earlier, okay? It's going to be all right. At the end of the day, is it really worth going to jail or getting shot or shooting somebody because they didn't use their turn signal?
Ain't worth it.
No. But while we sending them back for gun training class, we could send them back for driving class.
Yes, sir.
I would love everybody in the surrounding area to understand how a four-way stop works. I mean, that just...
It's confusing to a lot of people.
And then they talk, we need a roundabout. No, we don't. There's people that would never get out of it. If they ever got in a roundabout, they'd be there till they ran out of gas.
They ain't going to come through.
Because they keep figuring out a four-way stop. I mean, come on.
I'm backing Greg on this. Now, let's go to something a little bit more serious now as we look at the World Theater. I'm not sure everybody saw this over the weekend, but it's an embarrassment. I'm not an Olympic fan to begin with, but you will never catch me watching an Olympic game ever again because I don't care what they say, how they shape it. Somebody with the Olympics approved this before they hit the on-air button, and they made fun of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, by mocking the Last Supper. Now, once they got caught, they're trying to backtrack and say, oh, we didn't mean that. This was some other. No, that's only because you got caught and you were called out or you're trying to say this. We all have to give a thumbs up to C Spire.
Amen.
The only company that I know of that has pulled all of their advertising.
And publicly. I mean, they ain't hiding it. Amen. Yes, sir. I'm a proud C Spire customer.
And that was their statement there. We support y'all. To where so many other businesses are letting this slide, they took the right thing and pulled this.
Well, we live in a world now where you can't say it. You don't want to offend someone. Well, I'm sorry, brother. If that didn't offend you, something's wrong.
That's right. And the next thought, why would they even be having, I guess it was a LGBT thing. Why would that be a part of the Olympics? I don't even get that. The whole thing is a catastrophe. At the end of the day, Christians are under attack worldwide. If we stand by and let this happen, in the end, we know how this is going to end. It's written in that good book.
Oh, yeah.
It's under Revelations if y'all want to find out how.
Read the instructions.
Yep.
It's all right there.
But that is beyond disgusting to make fun of JC. Just
no couth whatsoever. I'm sorry. That just.
But the Olympics don't have to worry about me ever watching anything they do or how they do it ever again. It's over. I don't care if the United States ever participates in any game that y'all have. We know where you stand, and it is not with the Christian faith.
I wasn't going to watch it anyway, but
Right.
I really ain't going to watch it now. I mean, I lost it when they got to, they don't know what gender they are.
Oh, yeah.
You got a Crocodile Dundee to check.
Absolutely.
No, I'm sorry. That's sick. Men need to be competing with men. Women need to be competing with women. And if they don't know which one they are, they don't need to be there anyway.
But, this goes back, y'all. Y'all remember a few years ago where the NBA was mad at North Carolina or South Carolina because they said, hey, if you're a man, you can't go in the women's bathroom. And they boycotted the state. And this is in the U.S. of A. Folks, there is no excuse for this. We need to have common sense put back in our country. Me and Greg are not saying do anything wrong. We're saying do the right thing, America.
But you can make all the laws you want to. You can boycott everything you want to boycott. But until we start following the 10 laws that are plain and simple, those that on that rock, the commandments,
right.
That'd fix everything. You wouldn't need nothing else. All you got to do is follow those. You can't even follow the 10
easy steps, isn't it?
And you keep on adding to the list of laws and laws and laws. Those 10 will fix everything.
We just got word, Greg, that 23rd Avenue at 14th Street is going to be closed for a water line break. So if you travel that direction, 23rd Avenue, 14th Street. This is going to be right down near Walgreens in that area, isn't it?
23rd is going to be right there by Joey's.
Yeah.
Mr. Rogers.
Right in that area there.
I hope I can get my chili burger.
I went last week all by my lonesome, had me a chili burger.
I'm sorry.
He was all by my lonesome there, back in the corner.
Yeah,
I had to
with
sit
all your friends.
Yeah, just me.
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Greg will be right back. We got some trivia for you of what happened on this date. Y'all put a smile on with us as we face the world's problems together.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
Welcome back, and I thought we were discussing here where the water leak was. Here is the map of Meridian as we look at this 14th Street, 23rd Avenue. Right there is that intersection. Let's just pull this up where you can take a bird's eye view. Let me hit that button there. Here's the intersection right there. You go down the hill there to Mr. Rogers, back up this way, the old Mr. Discount.
So you're going to have to go to 13th Street and slip over to 23rd to get that chili burger with onion rings today.
Man, those things are good, aren't they?
I mean, that's what I've been told.
It's not a rumor, though, is
Yeah,
it?
no, it ain't a rumor. They fine. So is that Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, if there's anything that Greg and I know, it's food.
That's right.
It's definitely food there.
Yeah. Well, we'd be good food critics, a good restaurant. I don't know why they can't pay us a couple of $100,000 a year to go around and eat.
We need one of those 69 Camaros to ride around like the dude with the flaming
I
hair.
ain't doing my hair like old Guy Ferrari
That's
or
his name.
Ferretti or Flappuccino or whatever his name is.
That man has got more shows, and he's killing it.
Oh, yeah, he is. Carnival Cruise, he's got a deal with them, got Guy's Burgers on the cruise ship.
Really?
Hey, they fine, too, now. I'm
I take it
telling
you've
you,
tried them
8 or 12 times. Yeah.
just to make sure it was
Just
good.
to make sure it was good.
I've never had it, and I understand he's got restaurants also.
Yeah.
All
and
across.
he gets paid to go around and tell you your food's good or it's bad. We could do that.
Yes, we could. We need to start today.
I agree.
Do you remember the old story of the guy that could do a painting and he cut his ear off and sent it to a woman? That's kind of weird.
That ain't that Johnny Paycheck song, is it?
No, not the same one, but it's kind of close there.
Told him if he wanted to spit beer, spit it in his own ear.
What was that, Colorado Kool-Aid?
Colorado Kool-Aid.
As we go back for this guy, Vincent van Gogh passed away on this date in 1890. He'd done a lot of paintings, and yes, he did really put the year in the envelope and have it mailed to a young lady. We don't know why or what
Just to
she...
hear her heartbeat.
That's what it was. Want to be closer. We have a different word for that deep in the South. It's called freak.
Yeah. With capital letters.
We go back to, and this is a shame that this organization is no longer in existence. It's got a new name now because of the troubles, because it was started with the best of intentions and did teach a lot of young men in America the right thing to do. It's over now, and I don't even know what the name of it is now. But the Boy Scouts, we've got a little misspelling there at the top, but in 1907, the Boy Scouts was formed, and they started doing business. A few scout leaders were bad choices, and, well, it led to one lawsuit after another. 1933,
Bonnie and Clyde.
a shootout happened there, and, well, one of them's brother-in-law didn't quite make it. Buck Barrow passed away in the gun battle there with Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde did escape, though.
I like that old car.
Have you ever seen it?
I did, but I don't know where.
It's in a museum. I was a kid and got to visit it. It's just ate up with bullet holes. Now, again, how did the bad guy get caught? Somebody turned him in. And they waited on that little one-lane travel street out of there, and they had no way to get away. That's the way it
I
happened.
was set up.
1938, this guy, and what I really like about him, he didn't go to college. He didn't go get a degree in journalism. He was a self-taught man. He would be one of the most recognizable names that ever turned on a microphone and went on television. Anybody remember Peter Jennings?
Yep.
Born in Ontario on this date back in 38. He really was. And when he passed away, he announced that he was sick, and I don't think it was but with 2 weeks
Well,
that he made it.
he was very, very well known. Not,
Yeah.
not like Walter Cronkite
Yeah.
was.
If he said it, it was the truth.
And it was a fact. It wasn't his opinion. It wasn't a Republican opinion. It wasn't a Democrat opinion. It's just the facts, man.
Yeah.
Just the facts.
Did you watch this? I'm not sure that you did.
What
As
is it?
we go back to Grease is the Word. Olivia Newton-John.
I've
You better shape up.
I've suffered through it a time or two.
Do you remember the race when they bring the car
No.
out? Grease Lightning.
No.
Well, this is the guy that was in the race against Travolta. That guy, Dennis Stewart. He was born on this date back in 47, and he was in Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I didn't know that. Wasn't that one of those Beatle boys involved in that?
Not my.
I didn't listen to it. Peter
Yeah.
Frampton or somebody. Something went on with that.
Not my. I don't get that station.
Yeah. I bet you got this channel as we go back to remember Police Academy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
remember the instructor that,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
and the guy that was dressed as a woman who went to the women's dorm to sneak in to see his girlfriend?
Oh, yeah.
He didn't make it
That
out.
was a pretty good show.
It
If you
was.
want to laugh, if you want to lighten the mood today, pull that up. I was going to say go buy a Blockbuster and get you a copy, but I
Can't do that no more, can
I
you?
think they're closed, but
I didn't know that she was on Laverne and Shirley also. She had several appearances on that show.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. We just remember the...
And I could suffer through Laverne and Shirley. That was not my favorite show, but Lenny
kinda
and
whiny.
Lenny and Squiggy,
Squiggy.
and who's the boyfriend?
Carmine.
Carmine.
He was not very
Well,
our type.
no.
He danced or something, didn't he, on his toes, and
Yeah.
always took cold showers.
Yeah, had that.
Fro.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think.
The perms or whatever it was that were popular back in those days. I have to admit, I never had a perm.
I had a hair accident one time trying to get one, but
Yeah,
anyhow,
hair accident.
yeah, they left it on too long and burnt my neck. But anyhow,
You
that's
got
another
pictures?
story.
You got
No,
pictures of that?
no. Maybe when my hair started turning loose.
1958, this agency began, and well, they've done a lot of great things.
Yep.
And what was it where John Coffey, that guy that played John Coffey, was in it? They went to save the world in outer space.
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh, it's good. You need to watch it. It has Bruce Willis in it, where they go up in the spaceship and they try to drill to save.
Nope.
NASA was created on this date back in 1958. Has old Big Lip's daughter in it.
Never have got into it. That's like people, and a lot they don't believe me. But I'm telling the
Armageddon.
truth. Empire Strikes Back, Star
Didn't
Trek.
watch that.
I've never seen any of that. It just does not interest me. Space travel. I have enough trouble getting from here to Clarke County. I don't care nothing about going to the moon, Jupiter, Pluto, or nothing else. If it's got to do with space, I'm just not
This
interested.
Armageddon, it was just a group of regular guys that are oil drillers, and they got a problem on some asteroid that's going to blow up, and they have nobody trained, so they send up a bunch of rednecks to save the world.
That just don't interest me.
Pretty good movie there. We go back to 1966. I remember the first time I met her, and I thought, you need some cornbread. Because if you thought, man, she looks great on TV, go ahead and take 20 pounds off of her because she was skinny and like she needed to go home with somebody here in Meridian and eat with them to get healthy again.
Well,
Sweet.
she is pretty now.
Martina McBride was born on the state in 1960. I'm telling you, she is a little bitty thing.
She just needs some gravy and cornbread.
That's right. But she is anything that you ever heard about Martina, she's everything and more of being as sweet and as kind. I can't say enough good things about her. Good people there. Now, this is where I have controversy. And a lot of people love the Beatles. And, oh, he didn't mean that. Well, it was said today, it was 1966, that it would be said. It was before I was born. It was before you were born as well. But it has forevermore impacted the way I feel about them. On this date, John Lennon made the statement, "We're bigger than Jesus now."
Yeah.
That happened.
I ain't got none of their 8 tracks either. So.
No, me either. Now, there's going to be those of you who argue and go, oh, he didn't mean it that way. Well, it says it there.
Sound like a touch of arrogance, but
Yep, that's exactly what that was. And it wouldn't be long after that the Beatles came apart. However you slice it, however you want to word it, it would be the end of what would happen to the Beatles at that point. It did happen today. This guy, he had one song. He's a songwriter. He hangs out with John Rich, you know, the Big and Rich tour that they do where they all sit on the couch and tour city to city. He was part of that. James Otto was born on this day. He had a song called I Just Got Started Loving You. There you go.
I like the Cadillac, but
Yep. Old 59 sitting there.
yes, sir.
But he was part of that group there. It would be 1968, more along what Greg would say was, well, the best of the best. It went number one today.
Rhythm and Blues, yeah.
Johnny Cash, number one today.
Yes, sir.
And that was good stuff. It still is played today as it was then.
I'm gonna tell you what I have a book. What do you call it? His biography. Or
Yeah.
whatever. Man, Johnny Cash had a rough childhood. I mean, he really did. His brother getting killed at the sawmill. I mean,
A lot to deal
he
with.
just,
And he had an addiction.
yeah. A couple of them, but yeah.
Turned his life around, got saved, and done everything he could to bring people closer. But him and Billy Graham in the end were about like that.
Yeah, Johnny Cash had a rough, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge Cash fan of his music, but I got utmost respect from where he come from, what all he went through, and where he ended up. And the main thing, he ended up in the arms of his Savior. And
That's right.
The main thing.
That's
another good one right there, buddy.
I could still hear Conway when he broke loose with this. And there were so many people, and it's not saying that she cheated, but he was painting a picture of a woman who thought about it. He's sitting in a bar and he looks down and he says, I see the sparkling little diamond on your hand.
Yeah.
It's plain to see that you already got a man. Well, it went from there. Conway had a #1 hit with I See the Want To in Your Eyes.
Man, that guy could sing anything.
She didn't cheat, but he could see it that she wanted to.
Yeah. Harold Lloyd Jenkins.
Yes, sir, Bob. Conway Twitty. That was the best there was.
Yes, sir.
Y'all listen to that song if you never heard it.
Very, very few artists I can honestly say he doesn't have anything I don't like. You know,
Yeah.
There's not a oh well that's not you know. He's like Merle. Well, 90% of Merle Haggard stuff. Conway both I like.
And Conway was smart enough to know when music was changing.
He changed with it.
He did.
Because then he started off as a pop act.
And then it went into country, and his audience was the housewife.
Yeah.
He knew what she wanted to hear sitting at home washing them dishes each day.
He was like a country Tom Jones.
He was. Conway. We would all sit and watch. I was a kid. I think I was 12 years old when this came on television that day. And they say 750 million people watched it, Greg.
I went outside and threw rocks in the creek. Wasn't my thing.
It was today that she married old Big Ears.
Yeah. Oh, boy, he can hear the future, can't he?
He can. The royal wedding happened on this day, and everybody did. It was huge worldwide. One of our own got shot today.
Really?
He did. It was 1986 on Music Row. He was leaving the hotel. He walked outside, and bam, he got hit.
On purpose or a Meridian bullet?
We don't really know the rest of the story on that. An unidentified man walked up, demanded his wallet.
Oh, okay.
He was robbed.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he knew him, is what I meant by that.
Yeah.
Paul Davis was shot in Nashville today in 1986. One of Meridian's own there. Ride 'em, cowboy. Don't let him throw you down. Remember that like it was yesterday. I had forgotten totally about this movie. I had just graduated high school. It was playing out at College Park, and I never went to see it. But with everything, it became the craze of the mixed drinks, of people mixing them and flipping them in the air. A movie with Tom came out called Cocktail. Do you remember that?
No, can't say I did.
And I didn't watch it, but I do know enough to know that it was big for another audience. This was probably his best song, wasn't it? Joe Diffie.
Prop me up beside the jukebox.
When I Die.
Yeah, and every time I think about the Jerry Clower.
Sitting up with the dead.
Yeah, Karen.
He pulled the knife first.
So they sat there and they could see that flashing sign across the road and they were so thirsty. Well, we'll just carry him with us.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, Jerry Clower told the story. Was it the Ledbetters that sat with him?
One of the Ledbetters had passed and they had to set up with him. It was customary back then.
Yeah.
You set up with the dead and there was a beer joint across the road from the funeral home. So they just carried him over there and leaned him up against the wall and got them a cold one too.
He got stabbed.
A fight broke out. But you done killed him. All right, I'll move on.
That was funny. Sitting up with the dead, Jerry Clower. Y'all listen to that when you get a chance. It was 2003. I remember when they sent a whistle to me. I got it in the mail. It said,
Long Black Train.
It was. They were trying to promote. Somewhere I got that in a box. I kept it because it was unique. The Long Black Train was released.
I've seen him probably, I've seen 2 or 3 things, but at the Riley Center, and he's a really good guy.
He is.
I mean, he's a good Christian, just a good guy, but for some reason, just again, Greg's opinion, he was like a one-hit. I mean, he didn't have but 1 or 2 that ever.
It would be a B artist, as they would call it in the world.
Is it because he wouldn't conform to the way Nashville?
Probably.
You know, because you got to fit a certain mold, you know.
That's right. It's that deed. It's almost like the Hotel California. As we look forward to what else is happening here, it would be, he got married today. It wasn't anything to brag about, in my opinion, because I think everybody else had married her also.
Yeah.
But kid married her today. It was Pamela Anderson. It lasted every bit of 4 months.
I can't say I don't like him, but I don't. That just again. That
When he sings,
the main thing I like about him, he hangs out with Hank Williams Jr.
That's his best.
I mean, honestly, that's about all I know about him.
Now, of all the TV shows that I've ever watched, Walter White is one of my favorites. First time Dylan come home and he said, "We got to watch this," and I watched 2 episodes and I thought that was awful.
Yeah.
And it would be 3 years before he would convince me to go back and watch another episode. And I made it to that 3rd one, and I was hooked.
It's pretty doggone good.
As we go back to remember Breaking Bad, it was 2013.
Then what was the next one?
Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul. That was a good one.
And,
Queen of the South. That was a good one.
I have not watched that
Dude,
yet.
out of if you can get past the language, which I just really, they could have made this without using all that. But Queen of the South is probably one of the best series I've ever watched.
Kind of like Yellowstone, if they would stop the cussing, it would be over the top.
And you could have said the same thing without saying that. I don't know.
I'm backing.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. I let one slip every now and then myself. But you can carry on a conversation without having to go wash your ears with bleach.
That's right. This would be 17 weeks at number 1. His name was Billy Ray Cyrus, and he hung out with somebody that I don't get it, but I do remember hearing people singing this everywhere. It was Old Town Road that would be number 1 for weeks upon weeks, and I would never wear a pink outfit.
I've never heard of it. I'm sorry.
Oh, seriously, you've never heard it?
No, I don't think so.
It's rap.
That's why I've not heard it.
It was 140% rap, and they played it on country radio and told you that it was country.
All I've ever heard of him was Achy Breaky Heart.
Yep. It went downhill after that. After he got past Some Gave All.
Yeah.
And again, I've met Billy Ray. He is a nice person. He truly is a good old boy. He's yes ma'am, no ma'am to people in public.
He should have took a switch to his daughter.
Yes, sir. He sure should have.
Never mind. That ain't none of my business.
But she got a problem there, and it wasn't straightened out.
Oh, no joke.
Yeah, that's better worded.
Yeah.
Scotty Ray and Greg, we'll be right back. We got some more events that have happened locally. We ain't even touched half of everything that's going on, Greg. We'll be back with that information in just a moment.
I'm Alan Hunt at Meridian Cycles, and let me tell you about some of the great deals we have this month. We have up to $3,000 rebates on side-by-sides. We have up to $1,000 rebates on four-wheelers, as well as 0% interest. Come see us at 80 Highway 19 North right here in Meridian, or give us a call at 601-485-8700. Ask for Alan or Mike Boswell. We'll be glad to help you. Come see us.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and Aquapel windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Let's talk about this. They also sell real estate, and, well, they done went to doing something that we like a lot, and that's sharing recipes over at Snowden and Company. That's a Kemper County pound cake, and I know her grandma made it because I had a piece. She was my neighbor growing up, Miss Sue. Miss Sue Harple. That was some of the best you could get. And what I mean by this is trustworthy people, folks I've known all my life. When it comes to buying a home, one of the most experienced things that you need, somebody that's going to tell you the truth. Amanda is there for you. If you haven't visited with her, drop in today. Next time you get ready to sell a home, buy a home, talk to them first. You can visit their website. It's as easy as clicking this button right there. Pops up there. Virtual tours. You can go inside the homes. A whole lot more you can learn there. And then you can click on their listings there. You can go to the multiple listing section also. These are the ones that they're handling. There's one there on 31st Street. Pretty house there. And all you got to do is do that. Look at this. You can go through each one of the pictures of the home. See if you like it or not. Snowden and Company. You can call them today. They'll help you out there. 453-3937. Lots of agents that'll bend over backwards to make that experience easy for you. That's what it's all about there.
Looking for hunting land?
Ooh,
wanting
yeah.
to sell your house, commercial property, thinking about starting a business. They can take care of all that.
Now, something that happened over the weekend, this accident happened on Highway 45. This would be on 45 at the intersection of County Road 680. We had someone lose their life over the weekend in an accident to where a car, from my understanding, Greg, pulled out in front of an ambulance. A sad situation.
I think, had two in the ambulance and one patient, had a driver, a paramedic, and a patient.
Right. We're learning that the man was from Enterprise, and it has been announced what his name is, Francis Lamar Moss. He was 76 years old, lost his life in that accident. We pass along condolences on that as well.
So sad. So sad.
That old saying of when you leave home, you never know if it's the last time.
That's right.
It could be. Boy, I was out in the rain on Sunday morning. I think this was Sunday morning. I get them confused.
Y'all let it rain the whole week I was gone, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. Look at this. As we come, it was flooding.
Oh, boy.
This is right by.
Can't park there.
No, they don't like it. That's at the Highway Patrol offices where that at. Right off down in the bushes.
He can get his license renewed.
That's what he was doing. A little fender bender there. And the wrecks just kept coming. It was one after another that went on. As we look here, let me come across here. Go to the next incident that we had. Right on, this is under the 29th Avenue Bridge. We had another little minor fender bender there with a box truck and another car. Half a mile down the road, Greg, we would be here. I was sitting at Mississippi Music because you could see it right on top of that hill, on top of the bridge there. We had two bump each other there.
Huh.
It was flooding, and you know how it goes during that rain.
Nothing at the split.
Nothing at the split. That's shocking.
Usually you're going to have one at the split.
That's right. I did have a chance to head out to MCC Saturday morning. And y'all, if you want to meet somebody, this guy is world renowned from here in Meridian, Mississippi. I don't think people really realize just how big this company is, of what they do. You ever heard of the company Whataburger out of Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is his car. It was built here in Meridian, Mississippi, made, and they're showing it here out at MCC. He makes cars for everybody that you can think of. It is the best. It's probably better than when it was made. Who am I talking about? Mike Goldman and his crew.
Yeah.
That's a 57 Eldorado.
Very, very time consuming.
Can you guess the year of that
every
one?
Bolt. I can't see that far.
That's
a 59 Cadillac.
That's it. That wing monster.
Oh, yeah.
That is, he had those on display. If you didn't get a chance to see those. And as we look at this, let's just look through some of the cars that were on display. This was a benefit to benefit the fellow Christian athletes. That's at 57 there. Convertibles. That's a Road Runner. Not many of those made.
Not my favorite car.
Cougar. Mustang convertible there. I can't remember. Is that 51-ish?
Close.
I'm hitting around it there. That's a good color too.
57.
Yep. Now that was. Have you ever seen door panels done like that?
Yeah. That's. Oh man.
Worth a small money. There's Chino's car.
That's my friend.
That's that Cobra because he's got good foods. That's why we're.
That's exactly right.
But look at the cars, VWs, the whole 9 yards, from 55s to 56s, all throughout the parking lot there.
Pretty.
It is. I had a wonderful time there. Again, that was at MCC Saturday morning. And maybe you had a chance to go by there. It benefited a great cause.
Seeing that Volkswagen made me think, Scotty Ray, you remember when we were teenagers, every yard and neighborhood had a Volkswagen for something.
They did.
I can honestly remember you could buy a Volkswagen for less than $1,000, probably $600 or $700, and drive it home.
Yep.
You know, and they were a dime. They were everywhere. There was Volkswagens, and now find one.
Yeah, can't do it.
And look at the price on them. They were convertibles, Volkswagen vans. They were just everywhere.
I was Saturday morning, beginning at 8 a.m. This kicked off. The evening before, people were piled up. It's been going on probably a month, getting supplies ready to help the kids for school this year. Chief Davis there, Randall Davis there, as he talks to the team, done a prayer before everything began that morning, before they passed out book bags to the kids. And it was just on and on of the people that came through there. We appreciate everybody that donated and made this a fantastic event. Kids got something to eat, a snow cone, and they got shirts and all the supplies that they'll need to go back to school. Had kids from everywhere show up for that. So we do appreciate that. Let's see what is this in the air?
That ain't old Ben Eakes, is it?
I believe so.
Oh,
Hot air balloons. If you love that, it's an addiction, I think, to do that as well.
I like to see them from the ground.
Me and you both.
I don't think I want to ride in one.
We had an incident in Philadelphia over the weekend also. It was one of those.
Turned over.
They did, and that's you can see her climbing out of the car. They ended up being okay. As we see that, there it is. That's right down by animal control. There's that car.
It's in a straightaway.
Yeah. Now I don't know how it happened, but it was definitely in a straightaway. But that car went on its side. I ain't got the answer. We do have someone wanted by the Philadelphia Police Department. Let's pull this up. This is going to be Melvin. Looking for Melvin there. Grand larceny is what he's wanted for. What does this involve? It was a trailer that was taken from Philadelphia, brought to Meridian. A woman has been taken into custody. He is named as an accomplice in this theft. They'd sure like to have a little word with him over the situation as they track information on that. Let's see here what else is happening this morning. This is ongoing. There's hardly anything left at this point. They'll be picking back up today.
Oh.
Now, this is the old Dixie Bowl. It all but gone at this point. It something else. It's going to be a new building built there. A lot of people are wanting to know why is that being torn down. It was tons cheaper to tear down the old building and just replace it with a new one by the time repairs would have been made to the other building.
Well, they said it was so many different levels. Well, if you remember how the bowling alley was set up.
Yeah.
Well, by the time they got the floor on one level, they could tear down and start over.
But you're right, it had step down after
That's
step
right.
down. It had a real spooky kind of room on the back of it there that ran the length of the building. I don't know if you'd ever been in that.
No.
Yeah, you didn't want to either. I think there was critters up in there. I looked at it right before they tore it down. I said, can we go out here since there's no electricity? Felt kind of uncomfortable.
Felt more safer in the parking lot.
I did. Scotty Ray and Greg will be right back as this Monday morning is well underway. Summertime has arrived and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 6 or more. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk.
Just $41 a month for this new Brother embroidery machine. Buy it local and get instructions for life, service, financing, the lowest price guaranteed, and take it home today at the Sewing and Vacuum Center in Meridian and Select in Flowood and Hattiesburg.
Rockhouse Gun and Pound, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rockhouse Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rockhouse Gun and Pawn. Welcome back, Scotty Ray and Greg, and we don't think Odie's in jail at this point, but he was last seen in a pool with pizza.
That's about right. He is relaxing with his toes in the sand. And shout out to all those nice people at Doc's RV Park in Gulf Shore, especially you, Miss Brenda. I hope you have a blessed day. It was a pleasure to meet you and spend the week with all those nice people.
You had a good time, didn't you?
I did. I really enjoyed it. Of course, I love to eat. I mean, I hit the DeSoto's and Big Mike's. And
What was the best that you had while you were in Gulf Shores? What would you say is it?
I love DeSoto's. That's probably one of my favorite restaurants. And I did try Big Mike's. That's kind of like Diamond Jim's at Livingston, I think. Waited an hour and 45 minutes to get a table, but it was good.
I ain't waiting for
Yeah, exactly. I know. Doc's is one of my favorites. I love that. Acme, I ate that. I mean, all I did was eat. That's my hobby.
kind of hard for me to slip off to go taste it, but it's good to hear about it anyway.
Yeah, it is good. I'll send some pictures of me eating if that'll make you feel better.
It would make me feel up. I want to say thank you to Michelle's Treats. I went to Shucktown Day, and she hooked me up with some pralines, and man, they were good.
Man, they fine, ain't they?
That was the hospitality I was shown there. I can't thank them enough.
Does everybody feed you? Because I had a call this morning at 6:30.
What'd she say?
From Miss Pat with some pies, wanting to know how to get them to you.
Well, we've had problems with product getting to me through Odie.
Well, yeah,
they never reach me.
Yeah, they do this. Well, now you got to think, Odie's like a taste tester.
He's like the jester.
Yeah, exactly. He tested 36 pies last time.
All 36 of them. He told me they were good, and he's not hurting.
Exactly right. Exactly right. But he did order a pizza at the pool and had it delivered. I mean.
We say goodbye to another old Chevrolet as we take a look at our next picture. No one was hurt in this, Greg, but, well, the truck is done and gone off of Zero Road now.
And that's a classic, too, a regular cab, Z71.
He was in good shape, too.
Yep. Just thank goodness nobody was hurt.
We're going to go ahead and claim that a total loss before the insurance adjuster comes out. And if somebody was putting in the comments, hey, I need some parts off of that.
Yes. Those trucks used to be very, very popular. And again, that's getting harder and harder to find.
That's going to be the next thing that's fixed up after they run out of square bodies.
Absolutely.
And square bodies are just about gone.
First new truck I ever bought was, I think, a 93. If I'd have kept it, I'd almost have it paid for. I wouldn't have but 12 more payments.
And it'd be yours in the bank.
That's right, me in the bank.
Oh, that's about right. Nowadays, what is it, 90 months that you can finance one for?
Yeah, exactly. 120 months, same as cash.
Absolutely, same as cash. We need to do some birthdays and then give away the mug this morning. Again, a big thank you to our sponsor, Hyundai of Meridian there. You'll find them on Highway 39 as we get ready to give this away. Whose birthdays we got?
We got Miss Wanda Locklear. We've got Miss Katie Cox. We've got Mr. Tom Sykes, Miss Darla Hunt, and I hope I get this right, Amy Downing Christopher, I believe from Butler, Alabama. Happy birthday.
And if we did not get your birthday, make sure to send that in to us, and we'll add that to tomorrow's list. We could have missed one. Let's give away that.
Spin the old wheel and here we go. And Mr. Tom Sykes, the winner of our coffee mug.
Maybe he can use that in his sermons there.
That's right. Well, little Johnny's asleep, he can throw it at him.
Check it all out. We do appreciate him winning that, and you can pick that up at Hyundai of Meridian. We've had a great time, and as each and every day as we end the show, we usually do a Bible verse. I don't have one pulled up, but we want you to remember this. Put God first in your life. Go visit a church this week somewhere. Pick up a good message on Wednesday afternoon. It changes who you are to the better, without a doubt and without a shadow.
And I'm not knocking or saying don't go to church or whatever, but take church with you. That's one of the most important. Where two or more gather, just be nice to somebody. Smile at somebody. Let them out in traffic. Hey, they waiting to get... Do a good deed. I mean, show it. We can study and read and memorize and all that, but we need to be living it.
You're right. That's what makes the church what it is.
But we love you. God loves you. Y'all go about your day and hug somebody's neck, smile at somebody.
We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank y'all for joining us here. Scotty Ray along with Greg. Odie should be back tomorrow if he makes it.
If he's not too sunburnt. I mean, we need to find some of that aloe vera.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Aloe vera cream. I'm going to mix some with some bleach and bring it to him.
Who we going to get to put it on him, though?
We spray him. Ain't then you got one of them bug sprayers?
Yeah, I got one.
Pump up bug sprayers.
Y'all be good. We'll see you in the morning.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.